The Republican county judge says that this is a proximity and money issue, but multiple students who spoke out today say that they call it a form of voter suppression.
So they see our energy, our power, and our momentum, and there lies their concern. That's what they don't want, and that's what they're afraid of.
College students met at the University of Texas Arlington to speak against a plan to eliminate early voting locations on some Tarrant County College campuses.
Targeting the youth vote is a direct acknowledgement of the fact that we are driving this election. We are hungrier and more determined to have a future and a country that we can believe in.
Last week, commissioners failed to move on a list of 50 sites. The vote was tied 2-2, with the election administrator telling commissioners he could use even more sites. Republican Tarrant County Judge Tim O'Hare is now calling a special meeting for Thursday, a day when the two Democrat commissioners, Roy Brooks and Alyssa Simmons, are out of town. The political overtone is not lost on Star-Telegram columnist Bud Kennedy.
They filed papers a month ago saying they'd be out of town, so it just happens that he scheduled a special meeting on the day that the two Democrats would be out of town to choose polling places for the general election.
O'Hare said polling sites on some campuses are too close to other sites, calling it a waste of money and resources. The county's budget is $4 million, but it's not clear how much O'Hare expects to save. One proposal is to eliminate the UTA, Tarrant County College South Campus, and Southwestern Baptist Seminary locations. About 17,580 people voted early at those sites in 2020. O'Hare's argument, for example, the UTA location is just under a mile from another voting site at the Tarrant County Sub Courthouse.
Most students, including myself, do not have cars.
Commissioner Simmons said last week it would take a student about 18 minutes to walk to the other location, stand in line, and walk 18 minutes back. The TCC location is about 1.5 miles from a voting site at the Forest Hill Civic Center across Interstate 20. The seminary has the shortest distance, 0.3 miles from the James Avenue Service Center voting site.
It's turned into something that is simply hard to explain unless you just make the assumption that some people in leadership in county government want to make it harder for people to vote.
State Representative Chris Turner's district includes UTA. He says the college campus locations have a heavy minority population represented by the Democratic commissioners, who will be in D.C. Initially, O'Hare had concerns with the TCU polling location as well, but is not on the list of proposed cuts. I asked Bud Kennedy about that.
TCU is also a more conservative campus, and they probably feels like there are more Republicans voting there. Frankly, it hasn't become a Democratic rallying point the way UT Arlington and Tarrant County College have.
Early voting in the state of Texas starts October 21st. By state law, the commissioners have to agree on some type of plan and notify the polling sites at least 21 days before the election.